Good morning, everyone. So, here we are. Shelter in place is in place. And we have been informed that more than likely this is going to go on for at least 6 to 8 more weeks. So, a couple of tips I have for you this morning is the body. Keep it moving. Get out there. Walk around your block. Have some home exercises, do some online exercise videos. If you have an exercise class that's going online, do it, join it, but get out there, move your body, move around for at least 30 minutes a day. Keep that up. That's really going to help a lot. So there's the body tip. And as far as another tip for today, it's going to be about your mind. Because as we move along in this, and time has passed, and many of the schools have determined they're going to do distance learning until the end of the year, and perhaps you're settled more into a routine at home, and it's been determined that this is going to go on for a while, that you might start finding yourself having some thoughts about, is this going to end? And when is this going to end? And yes, it will end. And this is an opportunity to work with possibly some thinking that might be called emotional reasoning. And what emotional reasoning is that, and it typically will flare up, especially with a time like this, because we feel it, it must be real. And so I even know that there are some days where I'm thinking, wow, this seems like a long haul. And I find myself going down a little rabbit hole and going, oh. And then realizing that I'm thinking that this isn't going to end. And that's not true at all. It is going to end. It's going to end. And it's important to remind yourself that every day. And it's important to kind of imagine that, yes, what is the this? The this is the shelter in place will end. Your children will go back to school. Perhaps not this year, but they will start up again in the fall, or perhaps take some summer classes. Your routines will begin to pick up, and you will be back running errands, back into your workplace. Schools will be open. Imagine that. And that's the point. Imagine that. An image is a powerful thing. So if you find yourself slipping into some anxiety and nervousness, which isn't unusual during this time at all, and you probably have moments throughout the day where there is some anxiety or nervousness, it's when that anxiety grabs onto a thought, and then that thought starts carrying it around all over the place. So like, I'm feeling a little anxious. This isn't going to end. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And then down the worry chain it goes, right? And so there's value in knowing, all right, stop. How do I feel? Oh, I'm feeling a little worried and anxious. Okay, that's understandable. What am I thinking? This isn't going to end. Is that really accurate? No. It feels like it's not going to end, but it is going to end. You will soon be moving forward with your life outside of your home and into the world. That is a fact. That will happen. Right now, your feelings of anxiety and nervousness are there. Maybe worry, maybe a little frightened, maybe a little scared. That's all there. That's all, in a way, healthy. These uncomfortable feelings right now are going to occur. They're going to go up and down throughout the day. That is okay. The place to be cautious is the thinking. So when you have a very rigid or kind of all or nothing thought that's like, this is never going to end, That's when you want to take the breath and stop and say, of course it's going to end. It feels like it's not going to end, but it will. And maybe even have an image that you can pop up in your head about seeing yourself moving forward, about going back into the workplace, about going running errands, about reconnecting with family and friends. That will help you move your thinking forward and release from the thought and the feeling. And you can have your feeling and that'll dial down, and then you'll move forward. Because this is going to end. And we will move forward into a different place in our lives. We'll be back out into the world. And so the tip for today is to consciously remind yourself once a day that this state we're in is part of a bigger picture. It is not the only picture. It is a moment in time. It is not the only moment. And it's moving along as our lives have throughout the journey. And you're here now. And you might be in a similar place tomorrow, and maybe the next day, and at some day. Soon, this is going to end, and you'll be moving back into the world and doing other things. And this will only be a memory in time. So remind yourself consciously, at least once a day, through this very difficult and hard time at times, that this will end. Things are changing, and you will move forward back out into the world. I hope you found this tip helpful. I'm Elizabeth Dandenell. I'm a licensed marriage family therapist at the East Bay Center for Anxiety for Relief here in Alameda, California. And we are here for you. Take care. Have a good day, and be well.